Yes, good morning. Can you all hear me? Let me confirm this before we start.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Um, so my name is Hakeem Nafiu. I happen to be the admission officer, Carolina University, PhD programs and School of Leadership. I am from Nigeria and I've been doing this with a couple of years now. Yes, good morning. Please, when you join, so my name is Hakeem Nafiu. I happen to be the admission officer, Carolina University, PhD programs and School of Leadership. I'm from Nigeria. I've been doing that for the couple of years now. Please, when you join, okay. So last week we started with the tips on how you can successfully pass the US visa interview. Actually, this is very I don't know how to put it, but I want you guys to have it at the back of your mind that it's a win-win game. Yeah. And I always tell people that it's good for you to have options. So last week, so right now, I I have tried to design this in two formats. The first one is this is gonna happen every Saturdays at 8 a.m. US Canada time. That's 1 p.m. Nigerian time. So what are we going to be discussing? We'll be talking about, I was able to break this in stages. I know some of you are having your visa interview very soon, and it's something that is um what word should I use? It's something that the anxiety is there. So I break this into 7 stages. So if you want to write, or um if you want to um record this, it's fine. So the first one is the general overview. Most of you don't really have the idea of, okay, this is exactly what we are discussing about. This is exactly what the visa interview is all about. Like I earlier said, it's a win-win, meaning that it's a 50-50. And if you are going for the visa interview, I always tell people, please be open-minded. What do I mean by be open-minded? I mean, when you are going, you have to go in the mind that, oh, yes, this is not a do or die affairs. I can always reapply. There are basic things. I'm going to be sharing my screen, actually. But before that, let me just give you the stages. The first stage will be the general overview of the visa entirely. What are you expecting? What are you expected to hear, to see, to feel? And of course, yesterday someone had their visa interview, and she was granted, and it was like a crowded environment at the US Embassy in Lagos, Nigeria. Yes, it is always like that. Don't be intimidated. And that is why I said you have to be so open. Keep your mindset, make it feel like, yes, this is something you want. This is yours. There's something I always tell people: by the time you are at the visa and interview, You have to be open. There are people in front of you. Yes, you need to watch them. You need to watch who and who is communicating with them. How are they answering their question? But the fact is, you have to mind your own. Like your own presentation matters a lot. So let's go to the first part of it, which is the general overview. This general overview of the visa interview, it's as straight as 1 through 3, and it is as difficult as Z, Y, X. These people are psychologists. Trust me, these people are psychologists. They want to see how, in fact, by the time you are coming, they already know that, yes, I'm ready to deny you the visa. That is the point. They want to deny you the visa. That is what they have at the back of their mind. So what they're expecting for you, or from you rather, is how convince me not to deny you this visa. Convince me you are a genuine student. Convince me you are coming back to your country when you're done with your visa, with your program. Some of you are going for PhD. Some of you are going for your dependent. Some of you are going with your dependent rather. Some of you are going alone. So some of you are going for masters. Some of you are going for PhD. Some of you are going for undergraduates. Yes, I'm 42 years old. I'm 55 years old. I'm 60 years old. Or sorry, I'm 60, I'm this, and I'm going for my undergraduates. Trust me, you can have the visa. What matters most is your presentation. There's a very important document you must not miss, which is your DS-160. We'll be talking about that by next week, Saturday, the same time. I don't want to rush. If you know your visa interview is next week, simplify on the chat box so that I can give you a special attention and I can do more follow-ups on this. So based on my experience is what I am trying to pass out to people, and it is not like, yes, it is 100%, but it's based on experience, based on exposure, and based on feedbacks from those that I have tried to train, and it was a success. Yeah, some are denied, but they never give up. They never give up. So this is it. Since you know that they are psychologists, they are reading your mind. Or let me put it that they want to read you. They want you to convince them that yes, they are you are genuine students. Part of the things they really want to look at is what they call home tie. You don't really need to say, oh, I'm coming back to the country. By your explanation, by your expression, by your exposure, trust me, the visa officer will be able to determine who you truly are. Another point is you have to be very, very prayerful. You have to be very prayerful, and please, by the time you are going for your visa interview and you notice that, oh, Kabiru is my friend, is in the front. You can have your friend communication before you get to the before you even get to the queue. By the time you get to the queue, you don't know Kabiru again for that moment, because your interview starts at the point of the queue. From the point you enter the interview, the embassy. So everything starts from that very point. So if you're going with your family, and that's the point, if you're going with your family, even if you are having issue before you left your home, by the time you get there, make yourself comfortable, make yourself happy, make yourself feel, oh yes, this is this is something you have to believe on. So make yourself comfortable, make yourself feel home. If you're going with your kids, embrace them. Hey, how are you? Because they are watching. They are actually watching you. So that's the point. Some people missed it. They will be with their friend in the queue and they will start gisting. Or if you guys are family, at that point you are one man mopo. You are by yourself. So just be composed. Wear that smiling faces. It can be frustrating. Yeah, people might be gisting with you. People might be wanting to talk with you. Oh, how is it? How's that? It's not like you wouldn't listen to them. It's not like you wouldn't talk to them. It's not like you wouldn't feel, I should not neglect, but attend to everyone you're meeting that very good day at the embassy as, okay, I'm right, I'm listening. So those are the tips that I feel you should know. Don't forget, these people are psychologists. They want to know how true, how genuine person you are, how important you are, and how real are you? Are you coming back to your country? Their questions can come in any format, and that is why I always tell people you don't need to read too much transcripts. The question they ask from Abdul Kabir might be different from Emanuela, might be different from Tony, might be different from Said. What happened to A is different from what happened to B. All you need to do is place your own case the way it comes to yourself, the way the question is being answered. For instance, they might ask you, so tell me, why are you going to the United States? Another question might be, so tell me why, so tell me, what are you going for in the United States? Another question might be asked, so tell me, or so I can see you are going to the United States. What's your mission? So it comes in different way. In fact, that might not even be the first question. Your first question might even be, so tell me, who's your sponsor? Or tell me, what's your research area? And if you have been reading people's transcripts and they ask you that particular question, you might lose your focus. You might lose your balance because you already cram, they are going to ask this, they are going to ask this. And when they ask, I just give this to them. But if the question comes in another way, then that makes you lose balance. So that's why I always tell people, you don't need to cram and you don't need to read people's transcripts much. All you need to do is when you are reading people's transcripts, make sure you are only picking the questions. How they answered it might be different. For instance, around August 15 or so, someone was going for a particular visa interview in another school, and during the visa interview, the person was asked, so why are you going to the United States? And he said, I'm going to the United States for my undergraduate. How old are you, sir? And he said, I'm 52 years old. And are you sure you're going for your undergraduate? And there comes it. He said, yes, I'm actually going for my undergraduate. I've been taking care of my family for my children for the past 27 years, and they are successful now. One is in Canada, one is in the US, one is in America, so one is in Sweden. So he was giving them the data. So this is my time to further my education. And as a matter of fact, Once I'm done with my undergraduate, I'm going for my master's and I'm sponsoring myself. So I've been taking all my time to study, to take care of my children. So you can see that, and said, oh, really? So let's assume that you are reading people's transcripts and they ask you those questions. You can see that a 51 years old person is different from we youth. And those that are going with their family as well is different from a single applicant. So answer the question the way it comes your way. Don't worry about that. By stage 3, we'll be talking about preparing for the visa interview itself. So I'm just giving you the oversight of the overview rather of the visa interview. Another point is this: your documents. Most of you are very used to, oh, these are my documents. You're packing everything. You must take everything to the visa interview. You no. You need to arrange the document you will be taking for your visa interview. So by the time you get to the visa interview section, by the time you get to the embassy, you're already arranged. You don't have any issue whatsoever, and you'll find it very easy. By the time they ask you a particular question, you know the folder to show them. And another point is that most of by the time you get to the embassy, most of all those side people, they want to confuse you. Oh, you need color. You need what you need is the scheduling appointment. The 2 barcodes must be left and right. Trust me. Once you arrange all your documents, you don't have any issue. That's part of the things we'll be discussing here. So by the time you get there, all you need to do, don't go in with your phone, your mobiles. Don't go in with it. By the time you're done, by the time you get to the embassy section, just walk in. And of course, there is someone at the entrance who is going to check your document for you. And by the time you ensure that all documents are intact, you don't have any worries. So this thing is kind of a distraction. And I would like to say, how did you get to the visa interview? The first stage is very simple. You submit an application to a school. It's very easy to search for schools that's going to give you scholarship, that's going to give you work study. And at Carolina University, there is a scholarship you have to apply to, and your work study you have to apply to as well. Most of us will want to stay off campus, but each university have their rules and regulation. Part of the rule is that if you're planning to stay off campus, you'll be losing your scholarship because it's basically for those that they are staying on campus. And scholarship is determined by your CGPA. By the time they convert it through the third-party evaluation, be it WERS, be it Spartan, ECE. There are some that I think Spartan is very, very fast. But if you're thinking of a wider coverage, I believe you should go for WERS or ECE. So it all depends on whichever you prefer. So after you submit an application, you do the third-party evaluation, you submit your proof of fund, and boom, the admission personnel will be able to determine. And after that, the next stage will be your I-20. You, as a student, you cannot, you shouldn't, you wouldn't even try it to book an appointment with the US Embassy without your I-20. This your I-20 is a document that explains who you are. If you want, by the time your visa is approved, By the time your visa is approved, by the time you're moving down to the United States as well, this is the document and your international passport that will be required for you at the point of entry. So it's a very important document that you must have before you can apply for your visa interview. By the time your I-20 is out, you are going to pay for the service fee. The service fee is paid through Western Union, and it's paid through the Western Union, and it's 359.99 by record, but that's 360. So mostly people from Ghana, Nigeria, they hardly find it difficult to pay from the country. So they always require external help to pay the service fee. The next stage, I'll be sharing you the sites for you to be able to make this payment and complete the registration. You first generate a coupon. So after that, then you will fill a DS-160. So whatever you fill in DS-160 must be the same with what is on your I-20 and the documents you use during your admission process. So after that, then the next stage would be for you to schedule an appointment. DS-160 portal is different from scheduling an appointment, and it is different from so many countries. The way Dubai operates, Dubai Embassy operates, if you're applying through Dubai, if you're applying through any other places, is different. So you must go by, I know of India in the sense that there's a difficult dates in their, there's difficulties in getting their dates. So the point is, whatever state you're from, country you're from, dig more about the requirements in your country. I can speak well of Ghana, Nigeria very well. So if you have any further question, you can chat me up and you can drop your questions on this. So hopefully your visa get granted, boom, you're on your way to the United States. So that is why we are picking the general overview of the visa interview. Before we go to the documents you have to take to the embassy, I would like to open it now. You can unmute if you have questions concerning the general overview. Please, let's take it step by step. What are the questions that have been troubling your mind about the visa interview section? We're not talking about the question per se. We're talking about the view. What perspective are you having? How do you feel? What are your concerns before we move to the documents for the visa interview? Don't forget, the document for visa interview is the document for visa interview varies from one person or to the other. If you're applying with your dependent, your document is going to be different. And if you're applying alone, your document is going to be different, but they are almost similar. So if you have question, please feel free to ask the question now before we move to the second stage. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay, this is what we're going to do about questions. If you can signify if you want to talk. You can drop a chat so that I can pick it one by one. Just tell me, just give yourself a number, 1, 2, 3, or you signify by raising your hands so that we can. Okay, so Kudus,
Number 2.
you can signify. There's go to your Zoom section, and look at reactions. Click on the reaction. You're gonna see and click on the hand. So I'm going to pick everybody. I'm going to pick one by one so that we can get the question very well. So Kudus Balogun, the first person. Can we have your question?
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, this is Kudos from Nigeria. I want to know about the evaluation. Can you shed more light? Because it seems we had a conversation about that. I was thinking, okay, I want to know which of the institution is better, the West, the Spectrum, and the third institution. I want to know which of them is better for the evaluation, or do they provide same results? That's actually what I want to know.
Okay. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
I did something on my computer right now. Okay, so if I get your question correct, you said you asked that what is the best the third party evaluation, the best one, right? If I get it correct.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, Kudus, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you? Yes. Yes. The best one and the processes.
Just go on. Please.
Can you hear me?
I'm trying
Hello?
to get your question very well.
Can you hear me now?
I'm trying to get your question very well.
Yes, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I was asking which of those institutions doing the evaluation is best, and the processes at which we can go through it, how we are meant to send the transcript down to the institution. I mean, the West or the Spectrum, the processes.
Okay.
And
The
which one is
processes.
best?
Okay. Okay. Now yes, I can hear you.
Yes, that's my question. Are you with me? Hello?
Okay. Okay. Now, based on the third party evaluation, we have different third party evaluation. We have Spartan, we have EC, we have Scholaro, we have West. Now, I would like to share my screen based on where you ask. I'm going to walk you through, but I'm going to be passing through the school to the site. Once you go to the school site, www.carolinau.edu/international admissions, you are going to get the what's it called? You're going to get the information you needed about all those steps. Number one, yes, they evaluate based on your transcripts that you are providing to them. Yes, people prefer Spartan because it's faster. And if you are planning to use WES is WES because their name is World Education Services. Anywhere you want to go in the world, anywhere, all you need to do is just send an email to them, then they will send the transcripts to wherever you want to go. Notes, most of you would have done WES. Most of you would have done West Canada, which is only for immigration purpose. But the point is, if you are trying to migrate is different from evaluation. What they do is cost by cost evaluation for you going to school. I'm trying to come online with my I'm trying to share the screen. So what they do is cost by cost evaluation is basically for education. So most of you would have done WES and you feel, oh, can they accept this type of WES? The type of WES that you did, which is only for immigration purpose, cannot be used for education purpose. Because the education, they need to see your course by course. Oh, what do you have in during your 100 level? Don't forget, they are going to convert it to the country you are going. So let's pick US, for instance. The grading system is 4.0. That's the scale. So let's assume that you're finished with 2.15. Sorry, 2.47. Oh, I'm on 2.2. Yes, you are on 2.2 from your school. And trust me, in the United States, there's nothing like first class, third class, ninth class, 10th class, second class. No. What the apartment is about your CGPA. What is your CGPA? What did you graduate with? 2.37, 2.47. Now, if you have 2.47, that is over 5.0 scale system that your school is using. I know there are some schools in Nigeria that are still using 4.0. They're using 4.0. And that is why here, if you score 90, you are not the same person with 95. You can have A, but one is A minus, A plus, or ordinary A. So it's very, very different. So they are going to convert all those your grades to 4.0. So that is cost by cost evaluation. And what are the steps you are going to take? Let's assume you've done WES before. It's very easy. That one is even all you need to do is to make payment for the WES again. Then by selecting cost by cost evaluation. Let's say you did cost by cost evaluation for WES for cost by cost, of course, that's for school. And right now you are planning to immigrate to Canada. So the best you can do is go online, create a new Canada profile, make a payment, email the WES in the US that you once have to transfer your documents to WES Canada. Same thing, vice versa. If you're planning to come to the US with your, if you're planning to come to the US with WES Canada, so all you need to do is create a new WES US profile, email WES Canada to send your transcript to WES US, and within maximum 1 month, everything will be done, except you fail to finish the processing. That is when you're going to have issue by getting everything done as soon as possible. So the process is very simple, very, very simple. You can do it yourself, but the payment is the only issue I have with the country situation, that you are not able to pay and trying to get the dollar equivalent, the currency conversion. I know that's part of the issue that we are having right now, but we don't have a choice. It's something we still have to do. So I'm going to share my screen for you. The best way you can go through this process is this. I'm sharing my screen right now. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Can you all see my screen?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's up.
Yes, we can see
We
it.
can see your screen. We can see your screen.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can all
Yes,
see your
sir.
screen.
Yes, we can see
Yeah,
your
we can
screen.
see your screen.
Okay. So, um, the good thing is that if you're applying to Carolina University, we have our landing page. We have our landing page. So just go to the admissions, click on international admissions, and scroll down to transcripts. As you can see, Carolina University requires all international students. So if you're just submitting your application, or if you want to defer, you will be asked to provide documents again, meaning that they are going to reevaluate your credentials. And this really helps in determining their scholarship. By the time your evaluation comes back and your CGPA is high, it increases your CGPA. So as you can see, if you click on Spartan, it will take you directly to the landing page. Can you see? It will take you to the landing page of Carolina, of Spartan. Then you complete this. Spartan is very, very fast, actually. If you want to do your undergraduates, you want them to evaluate your transcripts, your WAEC, yes, I recommend Spartan because they are very, very fast, and they have a very good, all of them have a very good listening ear, and they give priority to students. It's just that if you're trying to apply to another school, don't go through this. Go through their main site and apply, because this would directly link your account with the university. I mean, with Carolina University. So if you um okay so let's go to West. So West, basically, they evaluate both. It's going to ask you, West is going to ask you, which type of evaluation do you want to do? Do you want to do um um course by course, or you like to go for um education or immigration purpose? So they all have, and their step is you create the profile. Once you create your profile, you make payments. Once you make payments, they're going to give you a West reference number. Every one of those what's it called? They will give you a West reference number. So you don't have to, you cannot submit your transcript without your West reference number. Please, 1 minute. Someone is trying to get in my attention, and okay. I'm sorry, I won't be able to attend to any questions via WhatsApp. If you have any questions you want to ask, please drop the question here. It's very easy for me. I cannot be doing two things at the same time. So I'm sorry, I won't be able to attend to questions via WhatsApp. My Instagram, okay, we'll pick the questions. Uh, so okay. So that's about West. So that's about West. per se. So the process is you have to go through the sites one by one to make sure that yes, you get everything done. And by the time you're done with your WES evaluation, that is when the school be able to, they will receive your WES in as much as they will release, don't let me use the word WES, they will receive your evaluation in as much as you put in the address of where they are going to send a copy to. So we can talk about this later. We can talk about this. We are deviating from the main target of this. So Kudus, have I been able to answer your question to your interest?
Yes. If I have any other question, I'll let you know later. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I said if I have any other question, I'll let you know later.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
let me check the chat. I think we have question. So Emanuela, your question, please.
The students submit.
I'm very sorry, sir. I'll have to use my brother's phone to ask the question. Please, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, because my phone is heating up and it keeps logging me out of the Zoom meeting. So I'll just have to use my brother's phone.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
my
okay.
question now is about the overview. I have never been to an interview before. So I want to ask that what if they ask a personal question that is not even related to why you are traveling? Are you supposed to be very openly honest with them? Or just say something else? Because sometimes when you are too openly honest, it might just bounce back at you or something. So how do you go about the question since you said they are psychologists?
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that question. I like that.
Yes,
You see, this question is something you have to answer the same way you've placed it. Like they are psychologists. Trust me, you want to convince them. That is where convincing comes in. You want to convince them that you are a genuine student. You are going in as a genuine person. You are going in as someone that, yes, you'll be coming back to your country. So the way you're going to answer them is to make sure you convince that VO that, yes, I am a genuine person. Yeah, you have not been to the embassy before, and that is why I'm organizing this. So, excuse me. So you don't really need to stress yourself that much. But trust me, you just have to convince either the honest or the other way. But there's something that you wouldn't want to miss is documents. Make sure your documents are intact. Make sure your name is not Adegboroye, Adebayo, Adeshunke, and you are going with Kabiru, Olanrewaju, Mufutau. So make sure that your documents, you can say anything. You can say anything, but make sure that your documents, I always say, you wouldn't even want to try to use fake documents. I always tell people, if US bounce you back from their visa, they reject you, or they don't, let me say reject, let me say they caught you using fake documents. There's a penalty. There's years, like I think 10 or 20 years before you can apply to the country again. And you wouldn't want you wouldn't want anything to stain your name. Yes, you wouldn't want it. So the best thing is go with the real documents and answer them psychologically. How? Let me give you an instance. Let's say I'm trying to look for one question. Okay, let's say you are self-employed. Good. You are self-employed. You sell let's say you sell wares. Then when you get to the visa, so tell me, what do you do currently? Of course, you won't be telling them that I sell Asho K, Asho Egba, I sell Asho Sale, I sell BK. Don't let me use the word BK. Yeah, don't let me spell it finished. Let's use the word BK. So you're selling BK. And of course, you would want to touch the English. What you do? Oh, I'm into buying and selling. I deal with wares, and I have my own business. I have my own boutique, and where people comes in, and I have over 14 staff. They don't know where your staff are. That is a psychologist. So they don't know who your staff is. For instance, you have the mind. Let's say they ask you, who is going to sponsor you? So tell me, who's sponsoring you? And it's actually your mother that is sponsoring you. But because you have read people's transcripts, it has gotten to your head that you were not well prepared again. You've forgotten. Or maybe that minute when you were about to enter, a friend of yours that they just gave this interview said, so you just asked me that who is sponsoring me? And I said, my uncle. But by the time you got there and you were like asking you, so tell me who's sponsoring you? And you said, it's actually my uncle that is sponsoring me. And the truth is this, they won't even tell you what, like, for instance, let's say it's an exam. You know, when you go for an exam, they are going to tell you, oh, you failed this, you passed this. So they'll just tell you, sorry, you might need to reapply. The point is, they don't see you worthy of it. Or probably you could not prove to them that, yes, you are a genuine student. And trust me, it can be frustrating because you'll be like, you don't have 1 million time. You don't have 10, you don't have 10 hours, 2 hours to the main questions. At maximum 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So when you are going, you have to make your word sharp, smart, and be direct. They might want to ask you, okay, let's say they ask you, what is your name? And you'll be like, what is your name? You don't know my name? My document is in your front. You should be able to see my name there. You can see, what are they asking you? What are you saying? What is your name? My name is this. Not like, of course, they have your document, they have your international passport. Trust me, all what you will be saying, or all what they will be saying or asking you is directly from your DS-160 outside the box and your I-20. Somebody having your I-20 with you, he or she can see the school you're going. He or she can see the course you want to apply to. He or she can see how many years the program is. And yet they are still going to ask you, why are you going to the United States? You can see that if there is nothing of such, they just want your expression. So by the time they ask you, so why are you going to the United States? Oh, I'm going to the United States to study my master's, or I'm going to the United States for a 2-year program, or 3-year program, or 4-year program, or 6 years, whatever program it is. So it's very, very easy for you to convince them. But the question is, how would you defend yourself? How would you defend yourself? So you answer them, you wouldn't want to even use a fake document, as I said earlier on. The best thing you should do is when you're expressing yourself, you can express yourself further but in a very concise way. I don't know if you have done IELTS before. The particular state which is speaking, if you've done IELTS, you are more or less like going for a speaking interview. Number one, you must be able to hold conversation. Their question is always yes or no question, but they don't want to hear you telling them yes alone. For instance, if I've been asked, let's say I'm with the VO now and they ask, oh, good morning. So tell me, why are you going to the United States? Oh, I'm going to the United States for my PhD program in educational administration. It's a 4-year course. Okay, let's say maybe I'm going with my dependent. Okay, it's a 4-year course and I'll be needing my family because I wouldn't want to lose focus while I am studying. And I'll be going to the United States, Carolina University, for my PhD. That's another way. I've broken it into two again. There are ways whereby you can coin your answer. Oh, I'm going to the United States. I'm going to Carolina University for my PhD or for my master's, for my undergraduate, whatever your case is, for my PhD in educational administration. I always advise people using PhD. Be more explicit. And this is it. You don't need to speak, you don't need to coin your English. Speak your normal English. Don't use I wanna gonna. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. No, speak your normal English and be audible. That's another point. Talk. If you are this kind of person, like my name is, or maybe when you're talking with friends, you're always like, I should. When you get there, if you just give them 5 minutes, display that Nigerian activity in you. Just 5 minutes, just here. Oh, my name is Emanuela. Be audible and be careful of using negative words like didn't. I didn't. I did it. Please spell your English. I did not. I will not. Because most times our own English, we speak British English. So they speak American English. So most times you will use some words to them, just be nodding their head, not knowing that you have even missed the road. So our words are something that you will have to be mindful of. Most of us, because you are going to the USA embassy, you start speaking, good morning. I say, yeah, I'm good morning. I'm no, don't really. Speak your English. Oh, my name is Otumba Atik Muse. I will be going to Carolina University in the United States to study my PhD in educational administration. You can say I'm very audible. Sometimes I might not be audible. I can still calm down. But because I want this person to hear me, don't tell me that you cannot hear me. Because there's going to be a glass in front of you and they'll just be typing. They'll be looking at you. Continue talking. Discard what they might want to say. Like, this is, even if he or she asks you a question and the person stopped, the view stopped, or you finished answering the question, bring out another thing. Let's say they ask you, so tell me, why are you going to the United States? And it's typing, oh, thank you very much. Expression matters a lot. Oh, thank you very much. I'll be going to the United States for my master's in business analytics, or my master's in business administration. Well, I graduated with I graduated in business administration at one of the federal university here in Nigeria. So I've decided to further my master's in the US, specifically Carolina University, to continue my career. I'm a career person. Now, that's another point. You need to sell yourself. I'm a career person. I'm a career person, and that is why I've decided to further my educational career in business analytics. So let's say still typing. And you notice that, ask me another question. So you can come up with answer yourself by saying yes, and at the same time, and I've been also in contact with my professor in the school, Professor Lanko Moba Dubai. They don't know the professor. But be careful, be very, very careful. Let's assume that I am a VO. My bachelor background is University of Ilorin. And I'm in the United States. I finished my PhD in Carolina University. I happen to be working at the embassy. And I'm interviewing you. And I had my bachelor's degree in what's it called? In University of Ilorin. So let's say I was checking your documents and I can see, oh, I'm from I can see your documents and I can see that, oh, by the time I'm checking, I say that, oh, you finished from University of Ilorin. Most of us that we finish with in education, if you are biology edu, we are very good at that. What did you graduate with? Biology. You will silent the education. What did you finish with? You will silent the major. Most of us, we are not proud of our degree. But the mistake we made is that wherever situation you find yourself, Google is your friend. I am a student of biology education. What can I use? What can I do with this program? It's as simple as that. So I can tell you that I might ask you, are you sure education? Are you sure biology? Yeah, biology. You have, that's the number one thing. You've given me that impression that you are not straightforward. So where I'm driving at is that be careful of the VO. So if you will be saying something about the school, what if the VO happens to be the alumnus of the school or alumni of the school? So that's why you have to be very careful again. So I always ask people, when you're using your words, make sure they are, what's it called? Make sure they are, you are using a general words. You're using a general expression. So you wouldn't want to shoot yourself in the leg. You understand? So let's say they ask you another question. So tell me, how many schools have you applied to? That's one question. Another question might come. So why did you choose Carolina University? I said it. You don't need to cram you don't need to cram. What you need to do is, we are all in a system. Let me say educational system in our country, which is Nigeria. Let me put it that way. All you need to do is just take your mind back to the country. I mean, back to Nigeria. All the amenities your country is lagging, lift it up and put it back to Carolina University. Or the question, for instance, so tell me, why did you pick Carolina University? Well, thank you very much for, always say that. Thank you very much for the lovely question. And mind you, you don't have luxury time. So you might want to pick your question, your answer rather, in a very concise way and very direct. So they won't be asking you A, you'll be saying Z. Oh yeah, I picked Carolina University because of their is it the tuition fee, good payment plan, the educational, the curriculum. Are you talking about the infrastructural facilities? And as a matter of fact, the communication response of the school is wonderful. And as a matter of fact as well, I applied to 4 different universities, and to God be the glory, I had all the admissions in the 4 university, but I decided to go for Carolina University. When I talk about the hospitality, I haven't been there, but the follow-ups is top notch. Each and every time they'll keep asking, so let me know the stages you heard. And I feel, yes, this is an only environment, because you wouldn't want to use the word school fees. They are not begging you to come. So you wouldn't use the word is because their school fees is, no. It's because they have this, no. Rather, be talking about what what you are missing in the home, and why you are going there. So their question is always very technical, I must confess. So Emmanuel, have I been able to answer your question?
Yes, sir. Also, what if they ask questions about the school?
Okay. What question about the school?
Like, how did you get to find out about the school? Who introduced you to the school? What course are you taking in the school? You know, some internal questions that you might not have an idea about.
Okay, good. Well, who introduced you to the school? Or let me say, it's almost this, you would have answered most of the question that is bugging you right now at the first stage. By the time they ask you, why are you going to the United States? Now, who introduces you to the school? Well, it's kind of rare, but let's say they ask you, so how do you got to know about Carolina University? Wow, that's an interesting question. You see, always calm yourself. Even if you're not expecting the question, calm yourself. Oh, that's an interesting question. I got to know Carolina University through my cousin that is in the school. And while I was trying to dig more, while I was trying to surf the internet about schools that has good curriculum, and that is why I picked Carolina University, because of their curriculum. Let me tell you something. When you're talking about curriculum, they don't joke with curriculum here, because that's part of the interest. It's only in Nigeria it's only in our country that we are after how much are they paying. But the value you are going to receive, we always turn blind eye to it. If you approach a school now, number one question you will be asking is, how much is the school fees? Even if the only program they have is Yoruba education, the number one question you ask yourself is, how much is the school fees? So you can hide under the fact of curriculum. Is it about the curriculum? In fact, that is what really interests me more about the curriculum. Their curriculum is top-notch. Their curriculum is top-notch. So you can ask the question, you can answer them in such a way that it will mean the same thing. And at the same time, you'll be careful of your answering, because you don't know who the VO is.
Wahala.
So you will want to be mindful of your expression. So Kabir, your question.
Okay, thank you, sir. The thing is, I am confused about something. I want you to shed more light on this. In the situation whereby the VO asked me a question and I couldn't get what he or she is saying because of probably the tone of his language or our language, what do you suggest I do?
I didn't get the question, please.
Like, in case I really don't understand what the VO is saying, probably because of his tune, because of the tone of his English.
Okay, yeah, you can always ask,
so,
please, could you repeat yourself?
Okay, so
Yes.
That's just what I want to confirm.
Of course. Please trust me, you can always ask, sorry, please, I didn't get that. Could you please repeat yourself? Not Paddy. Don't try to speak, don't try to speak, don't try to speak, oh, can you gang over this? Can you comprehend this? No, speak normal English. Oh, please, can you repeat what you just said? Yes, Tony, you can contribute. Thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. My name is Emmanuel from Rwanda. I would like to ask, if they ask you how many universities did you apply to, and maybe there are some universities you did not complete the application, is it better to mention all those universities, or it's better to mention those that you completed application and got admission? Thank you.
All right. Well, if you're being asked that how many university did you apply to? How many university did you apply to? And you know that within you, maybe you did 3, you didn't complete 2, you only finished 1. What they are after, or let me say what they want to find out, is they just want to know, why are you picking that Carolina? Why are you among all the universities in the United States? Why is it Carolina University? What is that thing that interests you to pick that Carolina University? So if you're being asked that, oh, how many universities have you applied to? See, I've said it. They always place it to you. Their question always come to you in such a way that, yes, it comes to you to make you believe. Let me put it that way. To make you believe. There's what they call rumoje, and that is what you're going to use. I mean, we call it placebo in research. That is what you're going to use. So let's assume you're being asked that question. My own way, the way I will answer them might be different from the way you might be thinking, but let me just put it that way for you. So how many universities have you applied to? And I know technically, like what you just said, that I haven't finished 2. Even if you don't remember the name of the schools that you applied to, give them names. There are two-sided way to the question. The first one, I'll pick it this way. I want to be truthful. I only did 1 application. I can make it look to the person or to the view that I only applied to 1, but I'm opportune to apply to other universities. How? So tell me, Hakeem, how many universities have you applied to? Well, thank you for the question. I applied just only Carolina University. It's not like I'm not opportune to dig more. Of course, I was able to send report or questions, concerns to University of Alabama, University of Chicago, University of Texas, University of Georgia. Yes, I was able to send response to them, but immediately I sent response to Carolina University to ask questions, my concern, my worries about the school. The response came early, and it meets everything I needed. So I don't have any choice. I don't have any reason to apply to any other university. And I picked Carolina because of their curriculum. I asked about the curriculum, and I was given this curriculum, and it suits my interest. It suits the reason. It suits why. Always lay emphasis on it. Even if you want to use 3 words to mean the same thing, express it very well. Oh, it means, yeah, and that is why I have picked Carolina University, and that is why I choose. I'm interested because of their curriculum. The curriculum is top notch. Emphasize on the curriculum for the view. Emphasize on the curriculum, because of course the reason that's why I'm saying that our own mentality is different from there. They are after what you can gain from the school you are going, and part of it is the curriculum. So you should be able to select appropriate words. So that's another way. Let's now say I want to go by the same question you raised, that I haven't finished 1 application or 2 application. You won't say you haven't finished it, of course. So rather you say, well, I applied to different universities and I'm still expecting, or you can say it, I'm still expecting their response, or you can even put it like, oh, and the good thing is, don't say, truth be told. We always know those English. Truth be told. They don't care about your truth be told. They are after your facts, your expression in a fact way. Okay. And the good thing is, see that word, the good thing is different from the facts. It's different from, the good thing is different from you using the word, and the good thing is that I got admission in almost all of the institutions I have applied to. rather than saying, and the truth be told, I got admission in all the school. No, you have to sell yourself. You have to make sure, like, yes, you are well composed. So, in as much as I know that I haven't finished most of the application, but you won't want to say that. Well, I applied to different universities, and this is it again. All states, even if you don't remember the school you applied to, don't cram. All states in America, they have their state schools. Oh, I applied to Carolina State University. I applied to University of Carolina. Don't cram like, what is it called? Most of us, we are used to this English. What is it called? It's not what is it called. Tell them what it's called. Tell them. Let them see what it's called. Don't use a hand. What's it called? Rather, polish your English. I mean, I'm trying to tell you the fact that, so yeah, I actually applied to different universities, but the good thing is almost all the schools gave me the admission, but the one that suits my career, yes, that's another word I've been wanting to remember, career. The one that suits my career happens to be the Carolina University. So, and that is why I decided to go with the school. Boom. So have I been able to answer your question?
Yes, and thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, Tony is trying to say something. He said, can I contribute? I said, yes. And he said, my contribution is please ensure to maintain eye contact while speaking with the viewer. Looking away may be misinterpreted by, exactly. That's why I said, by the time he or she is typing, it's typing, it's typing, and it's, yeah, and probably it's not looking at you. Don't get confused about that. Thank you, Tony. Don't get confused about that. Rather, focus. Be looking at them one-on-one. Be, as in forehead, be looking at the forehead and be talking. Even if you end your conversation, create another answer, not saying another thing differently. So, Moses, what's your question?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I want to ask about the documents we are going to be taking note there. Like, are they going to be colored or just normal white and black printed documents? That's number one. Number two, concerning the transcripts, some of us, some transcripts you just apply from school and they send it directly from your school to the same school you're applying to. So we don't necessarily, is it necessary we have the hard copy or like just the soft copy, photocopy is okay while going for such an interview? That's number two. Number three, concerning the proof of fund, if for instance, someone that is sponsoring you is not someone you are having one-on-one relationship with in terms of meeting the person one-on-one. So probably send the soft copy to you. Can you also get it printed as well?
Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted trying to get a mail across. The first question happens to be, can you please repeat yourself? Sorry.
Okay, I'm asking about the documents. Are they going to be printed,
printed? Okay, let me take that. Yeah, the question is very simple. By the time you complete your DS 160 and as well as your scheduling appointment, they are going to send you an email, either colored, either black and white. Print your documents. That's why I was trying to, I don't know, maybe you missed the section when I was trying to say that most of the side people, they will always want to ask you, oh, what you need is colored. Yeah, colored looks beautiful. But if you don't have the finance for colored, print your black and white. There is a barcode along your with your documents. That's the only thing they are going to scan. So far, it is readable. The people chooses colored because they don't want to listen or hear the story that touches their heart. So they choose to print colored. But if you decided to print black and white, it doesn't matter. So all you need is make sure it is clear, readable, and neat. Have I been able to answer that?
Yes, sir. You've been able to answer.
The second one.
I think it still boils around that same question. Transcript, soft copy, you have to print it. So in this case, whereby you don't have the hard copy, and whereby you only have the soft copy, you have to print and take along with you, right?
Yes,
So
we are going to get to the documents. We are going to get to the documents you have to take to the embassy. I will simplify that.
All right, sir. We'll be waiting for that session.
Okay. Mr. Okay, sorry. I don't know if it's Mr. Latif Ojoamo. You have a question. Latif Ojo. Okay, you said
I'll come back to my question.
Okay, I got your question. You said, wouldn't they understand that in our culture, we don't make eye contact while talking? I like this. This is part of, I'm a cultured person. Even in my institution, they know me. Before you say one or two things, I always tell you, oh, in my culture, this is how we do things. It's very wrong for us to even handshake an elderly person. But we are in another country. But I'm this kind of person that even if you are coming from your country, you shouldn't forget where you're coming from. So, well, you don't need to look at that. What you want to achieve, trust me, you're looking at them eye contact, you are trying to get their attention, and you're trying to let the person or the viewer knows that we are with him 100%. Nothing is diverting your attention. You are trying to get their attention. And even if you might be thinking you're looking eye contact, you can be looking at the forehead. Yeah, or you position your head, then your eye, if you're using glasses, you can turn your eye and be talking. All you need is your expression. It's just to get their attention, rather than how would it sound or how would it look? If you're talking to a view, this is your view. Let's say you people know you're the view. I am talking to you guys, and I'm not looking at the other side, or I'm looking up. I will easily call your attention like, excuse me, are you with me? I will easily call your attention to that. So the best way is to nullify all those things. You have to make sure that, yes, you're looking at the view, eye contact. So that's the best. That's the best. And always wear your smiling faces. Always put on that smiling faces. Even if you have not eaten for the past 4 days, when you get to the view, make sure you not like hi. So not like but like put on that smiling face. Let the person know that you are enjoying the communication. Even if you're not enjoying the conversation, you're not enjoying the communication, it's not what you wanted. Make sure that, yes, for that 5 minutes that you have, you enjoy yourself. Mr. Latif, have I answered your question?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Any other question, please? So, if at the absence of no other question, I would like to invite a colleague. We've been doing this together, and we had a good news from him yesterday. We had someone very close to him as well just got a visa approved yesterday, and he will be joining us here at Carolina University very, very soon. He's an expert as well in this field, and we have been doing this together. Anytime I have a larger group like this, I always try to bring him on board to at least give you an oversight of I want you guys to understand this thing very well. You have to be well prepared for it. It's not you trying to go there and trying to feel, yes, it is something that I can just walk in. Yes, you should walk in, but always have it at the back of your mind that it is not the end of the world. most of us, we go to the VO like, oh, they must give me the visa. You have nothing to lose. You can go to the you can go to the So most of us, we find it very, by the time we get rejected from the US visa interview, and the good thing is, immediately they denied your visa, you notify the school that your visa is being denied. If truly you want a school, you can as well turn it to online. Start the program online. It increases chances for your visa interview. Start your program online while you wait for your visa to be approved. So let's say I went for the visa interview now and I got denied. Email the school that you would like to start like to start online. Then you reapply. That's why most of my students, by the time they are going for the visa interview, in fact, I always tell them, trust me, as you are going, they will deny you. Have it at the back of your mind. So that when you are going in to convince that VO that this thing is my visa. Give it to me. Let me have it. Let me go. So by the time you have it at the back of your mind that this guy wants to deny me, no, he say, you must give me this visa. So you will know how to present, how to operate, how to place your words, rather. Don't let me use the word operate, how to place your words. So I would like to call on Mr. Dakwa to kindly also give us the general review, how the whole process will go before we now start picking it. So, Mr. Dakwa, you're welcome online.
All right. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. I don't know which one to put it, but so I don't know where to pick this up from. I've seen a lot of chats. I've seen a lot of conversation. So I think I'd just like to work with few things, and the first thing I'd just like to put in here. In addition to what has been said.
Mr. Dakbo, if you don't mind, can they see your face?
Okay, 1 minute. Let me.
Yep. You can log out while you come and join here. Okay. All right.
Hey, I have a question while we're waiting on Mr. Dakbo.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to put in a general review here. By the time we have opportunity to have conversations next week again, and we are repeating this, I'll be very much available. We have a lot of few stringent times on our schedules here. However, let me just go straight to what we have on general overview. The first thing I think I'd like you to know about visa interview is that it's the beginning of a journey for you, and it's not the end. Understanding that they have their own perspective to what they expect from you, and you also have your own perspective to what you are bringing on the table. So that's very, very important. You must understand that that basics. The second thing I'd like to say is once you you enter
I'm
into
sorry.
the US
Can you
consulate,
please mute your mic?
whether
if
in
you're not
Lagos, whether
talking?
in Abuja, whether in whichever country you come from, you have to just shift your mindset to their role. I'm going to start from the place of the last question someone asked now about eye contact and all of that. It's important for you to maintain eye contact. The reason why that is important is, number one, for them, it shows that you have confidence. Number two, for them, it shows that you know what you are doing, where you are going, and why you are going there. The third thing why you maintain eye contact is just to create this freeness and flexibility, and that you are not under pressure, or you are not influenced by anybody's thoughts, that you are just saying what's from your heart. That alone cuts the journey short for you.
Hello,
The
sorry,
second thing is
Mr.
that when
Dapo,
you
please,
talk about
can I
culture,
interrupt you, please?
yes, the
Can
only
I
thing they
interrupt you,
understand
please?
about our culture is just the fact that they admire the fact that we have diversifying fabrics and all of that. And when they see this colorfulness and this Africanness, truth be told, it gives this, it calms their nerves, and it shifts the attention away most times from they being the one that will interview you, to like they can shift to what we call the general or the unexpected questions. They can just start asking you about what does it cost to sew the fabric you are putting on, what's it called, where in Nigeria are you from, and all of that. And the amazing thing is that when you put on your native, I'm not saying everyone should put on native, I'm just talking about the things that the embassy that doesn't affect embassy preparation in terms of culture. And by the time they start talking about that, sometimes they might just ask you one or two questions, and that'll be the end of your interview. And at the end of the day, you realize that you are no more in an interview, but you are in a informal chat with a person who is supposed to be your visa interview, who is supposed to be your VO, and who is supposed to drain you and drill you to be sure and be convinced that you are coming to the United States. And so in terms of culture, you have open access to wearing native, which does not affect anything. As a matter of fact, it's give you a plus. The third thing I'd like to say is environment. Many of you come from different countries, many of you come from different cities. And the thing about when you get to that environment is that there are a lot of distractions, and one of the things you must understand is that it's on you to maintain maturity. It's on you to maintain calmness. It's on you to maintain emotional and intelligence balance in those two areas. And one of the things that you have to know is that there's no end to preparation. There's no end to preparation. Yes, you can prepare, and you can be you can go above the board. For example, there's someone I've been working on preparation with since August, and person went to the embassy yesterday. Yep. And yesterday was Friday. As at Wednesday, I told the person, you don't have to do information overload again. You've done all your best. You've prepared as much as you can, and just shut it down here. You've prayed about it, you prepare yourself about it, shut it down here, calm your nerves, prepare for Friday, let Thursday be off. Friday, just brace yourself up and go in for it. And good enough, the preparation, the prayer, and everything pays off. And the person was approved yesterday. So there is the psychological preparation, there is the emotional preparation, there is the experiential preparation, which you hear from people on YouTube and people like me, like Mr. Hakeem, and sharing their experiences of what has been happening or what you need. And I'd like to also talk about the place of confidence. Confidence is very important. As much as you are preparing, make sure your confidence is also increasing. So it's not only going to be about the fact that you are fluent or you can answer the questions. You know, what we are going through now is a mental preparation of what is expected, so that when you get to that environment, or as that day comes closer, whatever happened on that day, you won't be shocked, and that shock will not affect that 1, 2, 3 minutes interview of a lifetime that you're going to have with the VU. So that's it. And I think another thing I'd like to say is, as much as you read anything online, as much as you hear anything from your friend who is here in the United States, as much as you read anything from maybe the US consulate in your country or in your city, or from even a cousin, a uncle, mom, dad, aunt that's here in the United States, whichever city or state they are, when you come here on a Saturday, it's an opportunity for you to clear the hair. You must always clear the hair. Ask us as much question as you can. When you have clarity, you are able to move ahead better. It's better to move ahead with clarity than to move ahead in a doubtful mindset. Another thing I think I'd like to push in here is in terms of documentation. Mr. Hakeem has said that documentation clarification and documentation section will come in next week. In terms of the documentation, make sure you have as much and as many verified documents with you when you're going. The reason why I'm talking about documentation is that over 85% of the people we have coached and we have prepared, we observe that when they have those documents with them, it increases their confidence threshold. And so please go with your documents. If you don't have the originals of the original and you have a complementing document, for example, if you don't have your certificate, your diploma, your degree certificate from your university, and you have your reference letter from your professor or from your teacher or from your lecturer, you have your transcript, you have some of the maybe departmental recommendations letters they have given to you, take everything along with you. And if they ask, just tell them, these are my documents from my alma mater, my first degree, this is that, that is that. You can say that in 30 seconds. And when they ask, where's your degree, just tell them it's currently in process and it will be available before I travel to the United States upon the approval of my visa, because it's one of the requirements of what I should tender upon registration on campus upon arrival to the United States. That gives them that, oh, this person know what he or she is doing. And so have your documentations with you. So I don't know if anyone has a question. I can see someone lifting up his hand. His name is Latif Ojuamo. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that name very well. I think I'd like to listen to Mr. Hakeem.
Yeah, that's fine. Can I please go ahead? Hello? Hey, Mr. Hakeem, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. You can go on. I can hear you.
Is this only for people trying to get their PhD? What about people trying to go for bachelor?
Okay, if I can repeat what you just asked. You said people going for bachelor's degree, their documentation, isn't it?
No, my question is more of, is this program only for people going for PhD and not people going for bachelor?
No. So this is generic. It's not only for people going for PhD. It's also applicable to you. So do you have anything in heart or in your mind you specifically want to ask that is related to bachelor's degree students or bachelor degree applicants?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm already in the United States. I'm just joining this meeting for my little nephew that I'm trying, help with his visa. So yeah, so my little nephew is only he doesn't have his bachelor yet. So I'm wondering if this program is for people that is trying to go for PhD. But I guess you answered my question. No, it's not for people that is only trying to go for their PhD. It's also for people that is going for their bachelor. So you answered my question. Thank you.
Okay. So you said this is for your nephew?
Yeah, this is for my nephew.
Okay. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. Let me bring in Mr. Hakeem.
Okay.
I think I have technical glitches here, so I'm having interference. Just hold on 1 minute so that we can clear the air about your question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So someone is asking, so come have your seat.
About the program, right?
Yes, sir. So I'm pretty much asking, this is for people that also chasing their bachelor, correct? And not just for people chasing PhD.
Different view, yeah. So let me get your question correctly. Let me get your question correctly now, sir.
Do you want me to go ahead and repeat my question? Or?
Okay, the program is not only for it's not only for PhD, it's not only for masters, it's for everyone generally. It's for everyone generally. Regardless of, I'm only laying emphasis on PhD or masters. It's just like an example. So it's basically for undergraduates. If you're coming for your if you're coming for your undergraduate, if you're coming for your masters, if you're coming for any program you're coming from, you feel free. There's this step is you have to pass through the visa interview, and that is why we are organizing this, so that we can train you on how I feel you should be able to answer the questions. Mind you, this is just personal experience, exposure, and based on people's feedback on those that we've actually trained on how they can successfully pass the visa interview. So
Okay.
I hope this answered your question, right?
Yeah, thank you.
So do we have any other question? Do we have any other question? At the absence of no other question, I would like to confirm this. If you can hear me, should we move to the next stage? Should we move to the next stage, please? I need a response if you can hear me.
Yes, please. Yes,
we can move to the next page.
Okay, so I believe now that every one of us understood the general overview of the visa interview. Is that correct? Okay, so the next is arrange the documents for the visa interview. I would have done this next week, but I feel we have more time. We have more. We still have a couple of time, like I can spare. So I would prefer I would prefer for us to just touch this. So I'll be sharing the screen for us to be able to see what I'm talking about. We are now on the second stage, which is what are the required documents? What are the required documents for you to take to your visa interview? So if you don't mind, you can take a pen and paper because this is the most sensitive area. We might not be able to talk more about it right now, but I'll give you guys the overview, the general about the documents. So give me a few minutes while I share the screen. 1 minute, please. Okay, so I'm about to share the screen right now. Okay, so documents expected to take with you for your visa interview. Before we move further, I want you guys to group this into three. What are the documents to be taken to what's it called to the embassy for your interview? The first one, I called it, the first group is called embassy documents. That is the first document, embassy documents. What I'm trying to say is that you need to get 3 folders, file jackets, 3 folders. The first folder, any of the folders, just pick one, name it embassy documents. If you name it embassy documents, what are the documents that will need to be there at the embassy documents? I will still read them out. The second folder, name it as supporting documents. While the third folder, you name it as academic supporting documents, making 3 folders. Don't try to put the 3 folders inside one. This is one folder, this is second folder, and this is the third folder. This is the third folder. So by the time you are you have these 3 folders. So the first one is the embassy documents. What are the embassy documents? You want to write something for me? Okay. What are the embassy documents? The embassy documents are these documents that the embassy will be needing from you. The first one is your service fee receipts. The second one is your DS-160 confirmation page. The third one is your recent updated or new scheduling appointment page. I told you guys that your visa interview is over two forms that you're going to fill. So your visa interview is on a two format. One is the DS-160 confirmation page. The second one is your scheduling appointment. So you need your recent updated new scheduling appointment. Why did I put recent / updated / new scheduling appointment? Most of us we will have the first visa interview appointment. Then maybe you needed to update it. You need to have the updated visa interview appointment page. The third one is international passport data. Now, your international passport, you will not even try to forget it, because the two documents the VO is going to ask from you when you finally meet the VO is just your I-20 and your international passport. So the point is, make sure that those documents are intact. The fourth one is your I-20 signed one. The fourth one is your visa fee receipt. Then the last one is 2 passport photographs with USA specifications. When you maybe next week, I'm going to give you the specification for the 2 digital passport photograph. That's all what is going to be under one folder. The second one will be supporting documents. What are the supporting documents? Admission letter. If you have a work study, you go with your work study letter. If you have a scholarship, you go with your scholarship letter. Bank statements, updated bank statement. Employment letter. Why do you need the employment letter? We are going to get to the third stage, which is the demonstration. I'm going to be demonstrating on how I feel you should also do the same for them to be able to grant you the visa. Then letter of release. What do we mean by letter of release? Letter of release is maybe you must get a letter from your place of work. So if you are coming in as a bachelor, you're coming in for your bachelor's degree, and maybe you just finished your high school, your secondary school, and you are not done yet. Oh, I'm sorry, you have not started working. No problem. Don't forget, your DS-160 is going to state if you are working or you're not working. So if you're not working, it's as easy as telling the VO, so what do you do currently? Oh no, I'm not working. I just graduated from my high school and I'm moving further for my bachelor's degree. So if you are not working, it's not a crime. If you're going for your bachelor's degree, it's fine. But there's something you need to put at the back of your mind, which is the year. Let's say maybe you finish 2011 and this is 2022, and you said you're going for your bachelor's degree. So you must be well prepared for you to cover those years. What have you been doing? So technically, you're going for your bachelor's degree and you've graduated since 2011. You cannot tell the VO that you just graduated. You just finished your high school. So if I were you in that spot, what I would just tell the VO is that, well, I've been doing some certifications. I had my certification. Let's say you are going for computer science. So you can as well, I had my certification in Microsoft Software and Excel. I have my certification in this, and I've been preparing for my bachelor's because I have the mindset that my bachelor's must come from outside the country, specifically the United States, because of the top-notch technology. And I've been trying to gather my certification. And don't forget, all the certification you're talking about, you must include them on your DS-160. By the time they scan your confirmation page. It's going to bring your the form you fill, your DS-160 that you fill. So be at alert that whatever you're saying or whatever you filled on your DS-160 is the same thing you are purging out during your visa interview, although you might polish it. So if you're coming with your dependent, of course, marriage certificate is very important. The enrollment receipt. What do I mean by enrollment receipt? I mean, after they have given you admission, of course, you'll be asked to pay your enrollment deposits. By the time you pay your enrollment deposits, you have the receipt. Print the receipt, take it along. Next week, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use your enrollment deposits. Then, if you have old I-20, go along with it. I'm still going to tell you, some of you always requested for updated I-20. I'm going to tell you how to go about it. And let's say you are supposed to resume October and you are not granted visa. I've said it, online is there. In fact, online is well safer and economical and everywise. You can start online. Don't give up. I always tell, don't give up. Make sure that if they reject you, it's not the end of the world. By the time the guy is saying, or the VO is trying to tell you that, the VO is trying to tell you that, the VO is trying to tell you that, okay, the VO is trying to tell you that, oh, sorry, you cannot, you are not eligible, you might need to reapply again. So by the time the VO is giving you, that, have it at the back of your mind that, okay, no problem, you've rejected me, no problem, you've denied me, rather not reject, you've denied me, I'm reapplying. Communicate with the school. Oh, I went for my visa interview today, I was denied. However, can I continue my program online while I wait for my visa to be approved? The next time you're going for your visa interview, it's as very easy as ABC because you've started, you have shown to them that you are eligible. So by the time you are approaching the VO this time around for the second time, just be like, oh, so tell me. Then another thing is, if you are being denied visa and you want to reapply again, they always look at something. Why are you reapplying again? That's number one. What has changed from the last time you got denied and right now? So what has changed in your own case might be 2 or 3 things. Maybe you change your employment. 2, your what is it called? Your proof of fund. The third one is maybe your home tie. And the fourth one, obviously, maybe you started on you started your program online. So let's say, oh yeah, I was denied and I started my program online. And this is it. As an international student, you have a number of credits you have to register for to be eligible as an international student. So, oh, I'm taking one course. Hopefully that by the time they approve my visa, I can join them for the section 2. All you need to do is communicate with the school. That is the only thing you need to do. And oh, I've been rejected my visa, denied the visa, and I'm starting I would like to start my program online. Can I continue my classes online pending the my visa approval? Yeah. They will just refer you to the students account department, meet the students account department, place your words. The good thing about the university is that they listen to students. They listen to students, they communicate to students. It's not like, oh, I cannot approach. Communicate. Oh, this is the amount I want to pay. This is that, pending the arrival of my visa interview, approval of my visa. So If you get denied, don't be devastated. Move forward, proceed. The next line of action. What is the next line of action? What am I going to do? So far, you don't allow that to kill your dream. So you should, oh, I got denied and it didn't allow me to ask questions. By the time you got denied about your visa, evaluate yourself. Be sincere to yourself. Sincere. What are the questions being asked? Oh, they asked me what is my head, what is my name, how old am I? This is it. Sincere. And when you are there, make sure you remember all the questions. And there's another thing I'll always ask whenever you feed me back. Oh, I got denied. The first thing I'll ask you is that, what about your gesture? How audible are you? You have to be smart. I always say that. Even if you are this kind of person that doesn't really talk, please give yourself that 5 minutes and go back to your holy self that you always stay by yourself. Just give yourself that 5 minutes. Be confident. Build that confidence in you. Build that self-esteem in you. It's very easy for people to train you like this, and you still get there and still say different thing entirely. Trust me, I have seen a lot of people like that. We'll have a meeting like this, we have a training like this, they will still get to the VO and say different thing. Why? Because they have read a lot of people's transcripts and it has gotten to them. So the best way you need to go about it is answer the question as it comes to your head. And that's why I'm saying you need to go in very open, like you are going for a normal interview. And another key point, when you're going for your visa interview, please put on your native. Forget about the suit and tie. Bring out the culture. They love culture. Put on this gele, put on dress. Yeah, dress smartly. Doesn't really need to put on your suit and dress as if you're not going to the restroom. No. Be so simple. You can put on your shirts, the trouser, and your shoe. Just make sure you dress smartly. I always prefer people going by their native attire. If you're Igbo, put on your beads, put on it, put on your walking stick, put on your cap. Look polished. That's the way you sell yourself. Don't put on your mini skirt. No, put on something that is well attractive. If you are going with your family, go with your, what's it called? I wouldn't use the word uniform, but it's the uniform actually. As you go with it, and your family dressing, go with it. If you're going with your family, it's signified there is unity among the family. Don't be surprised. You're coming with your family and the VO will still be asking you, are you married? Or are you guys married? It's because they have seen a lot of people using an arrangement. Oh yes, we are actually married. In fact, these are our marriage certificates. Another point is that you see all these documents I'm mentioning, have it at the back of your mind that they are not going to collect single one from you except your village people wake up. That's it. Yeah, that's a US visa for you. They are not going to collect anyone from you. All these the only documents that they will need to collect from you is the embassy documents. Your I-20, your international passport, your service fee, those are the main. You see, all this admission letter, your scholarship letter, letter of release, bank statements, they are not physically going to collect it from, hey, can I have it? Can I see your transcript? That was what Moses was trying to ask you last time. Oh, can I have your transcript? As I said, except your village people wakes up, oh, or maybe they are in suspect of the way you are answering questions. Maybe you are too forward. Oh, can I see your transcript? And that is where the third folder comes in. Academic supporting documents. So the first folder is embassy documents. The second folder is supporting documents. The third folder is academic supporting documents. So under this academic supporting documents, by the time you put on your transcript, your CV, your O-level results, your certificates, if you have any sheet of paper, let me put it that way, put it under academic supporting document folder. That is where the arrangement comes in. Put it under academic supporting documents. If you are talking about, if you're looking at, let me see, oh, I think I have my primary school living certificate. Go and put it under academic supporting documents. Why? Because they hardly go to your academic supporting document. They hardly go to that. As I said, except otherwise something is fishy, they might ask you, can I see your transcripts? Can I see your certificates? Yeah, maybe what you feel under DS 160 is not the same as what you are saying. But if you are very sure of whatever you feel on DS 160 is the same as what you feel on what you are saying, you'll be good. But there's a way you are going to use all this supporting document folder in a way that it will mean as if they are collecting it from you. While, of course, the number one folder, embassy documents, is just to prepare you. Why do we arrange these folders? Don't forget, let's assume these are the three folders. 1, 2, 3. The first one is supporting document, embassy documents. I name it as embassy document. The second one is your supporting document, while the third one is academic supporting document. These are the three folders. By entrance, oh, they're asking you, can I have your DS-160 confirmation page? Oh, DS-160 confirmation page. You won't be going to academic supporting documents or supporting you already know that this is embassy document. So it reduces tension that you might have that very good day. Oh, you know the document they are already asking. You go to the folder straight up, then you can split it out for you to be able to pick the confirmation page. Room. Oh, can I see your I-20? You know your I-20 is under embassy documents. You bring it out. Oh, can I see your passport? You won't be going to your embassy, your academic supporting documents or your main supporting document to be looking for your DS-160 confirmation page or scheduling appointment confirmation page. That is why I always ensure that applicants going for their visa interview arrange their documents in this folder. So you can also type your questions online here so that we can easily answer them. We have 20 more minutes to the end of the section. So, what I'm saying in the essence is that arranging your documents reduces you because the anxiety is going to be there that very good day. Okay, what do you want? What is it that you need? The embassy documents. You won't be going to the wrong folder. And by the time you are done with the embassy documents, you know you are meeting the VO. There comes your supporting documents folder. So by the time you're approaching the VO, I always put in this trick. By the time they are done with your international pass, your I-20, your service fee, and they are giving it back to you to go and meet the VO, put them back in your folder. So by the time you're approaching the VO, oh, good morning. And how was the night? Or how's the work generally? Oh, fine, good. Can I have, it's going to ask for 2 documents, your I-20 and your international passport. Oh, can I have your I-20, please? You already put it there. The trick is this, is for you to be able to split all the documents on the platform like this. They have a basement. The glass is going to divide you guys. So there's a basement, like looks like a table. So immediately, oh, 1 minute. At that point, you have to be fast. You know that you are done with your academic supporting, you are done with embassy document. You put it that way. Then immediately supporting documents. Forget about your academic supporting document folder. Put it one side. Just pray that your village people will not wake up. Just put it one side. So the supporting documents, you quickly split them out on the table, on the basement. Just very, and not like you split it and it's not be obvious. No, just make sure like in case it's he or she is asking a question, you quickly bring it out and display. The essence of this document is to display. Trust me. I mean, your supporting document is to display. So, so that's that about the stage 2, which is the arranging the document for the visa interview. We'll go in there next week by the special grace of God. So I don't know if you have questions towards this stage. The general overview, arranging the documents. Yes, Sadiq, you can
Yes,
unmute
sir.
and ask your question.
Okay, sir. In the supporting document, I don't. It scrambled when you made mention of enrollment receipt. I didn't really get explanation on that.
I didn't get your question, please.
When you were explaining enrollment receipts under supporting documents,
okay,
I didn't get what you defined enrollment receipt as.
Okay, your enrollment deposit receipt is under supporting documents. Enrollment deposit receipt is a payment, is a for Carolina University is $200 non-refundable. Is the $200 non-refundable, and you can find that receipt by the time you go to the email and type auto. I think it's auto. Yep. By the time you can get that when you search auto receipt, it's going to bring the payment receipt out. As I said, by next weekend, Saturday, by the special grace of God, we will be demonstrating. That's the third stages, the third stage rather that we are. That's preparing for likely interview question. Then the fourth one will now be demonstration. So I'm going to demonstrating. I'm going to demonstrate how you are going to use all the supporting documents with the VO. So the enrollment receipt is just the receipt to show that you have booked your space, and at the same time, immediately they give you the admission, you have 14 days to pay these enrollment deposits to confirm your stay. Is non-refundable. Even if your visa been denied, it's non-refundable. So but you pay it one time. So Sadiq, have I been able to answer your question?
Yes, I thank you, sir.
All right. Innocent Okon, your question. We can hear you, please. You can unmute so that we can get your question.
Okay, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
I have an issue. It's a personal issue anyway.
Okay.
And it's with regards to my O-level results.
Okay.
And my date of birth was erroneously imputed. Although I had while trying to get admission in a UK university, I had gotten an affidavit which I used then. But I want to find out, will that mistake there affect the outcome of my interview, my visa interview?
So if I get your question correctly, your O-level results, you're specifically about name, the name there, right?
No, the date of birth.
The date of birth. Okay.
Yes.
And you have an affidavit that shows the correct date of birth, right?
Yes.
Okay. On your international passport, is it correct?
Yes, it is correct.
So you're good. That's the best answer.
Oh, so if I present the O-level result and then they see the date of birth there, doesn't tally with my international passport, it's not a problem?
No. Your international passports simplify everything, and that is what they're going to use to bring out your I-20.
Okay, all right.
And by the time they send in your I-20, you will be asked to confirm all the information there. So if your date of birth is not correct, your name is not well spelled, before you sign, you must check all the informations are correct. And by the time all the information are correct, Or if it is not, let's say the date of birth now is not correct. You have the affidavit, right? So you go ahead to send in your affidavit that shows the corrected version of your date of birth. But trust me,
Okay.
once your international passport is accurate, the name there is intact, your date of birth is intact, that is what is going to be used to prepare your I-20 before they issue it. And after they issue it, if you have any questions, any concern is not correct, you can email back to the school that, oh, there is a mistake, but make sure you contact your admission officer first. Your admission officer will be able to push faster than you reaching out to the DSO himself.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yes. Latif or Joamo, you have a question.
No, sir, you already answered my questions.
Okay, you are still raising your hand. That is why
Okay. Okay.
You're still raising your hand. That's why I.
Okay. Let me how do I? Let me see. Okay.
I think Jimo is still raising up his hand.
Okay,
Mr.
Jimo, you're still raising your hand. Do you have a question?
No, sir. I raised up my hand only once. Am I supposed to cancel it?
Yes, yes. Yes, you just click it back, reaction back, and click. You put out your hand down.
Okay. I see.
Okay. Mayo Wedoma. You can ask your question.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. My question is that letter of release and request for study leave, are they the same?
Yes, they are the same. The only thing that must be in each of the letter, there's a sentence, which is you are expected to report back to your office in Nigeria upon completion of your studies.
Okay.
That is, if you like, be writing, let them write the whole word, this, that, this. At the end or in the front, in the middle, they shouldn't forget to put in that you should be back. You are expected to be back to your organization, to your place of work upon completion of your studies. The VO notes, the VO is not going to collect those things from your hand or from you. Rather, you have to demonstrate it. You must find a way to bring it out. You must find a way to bring it out. Even if some VO will tell you that, no, don't worry, I don't need documents. Yes, calm yourself that you don't need documents. So immediately VO says, sorry, I don't need any, you don't need to show me any document. The only instrument you have at that particular time is your voice. Because you so relied on the documents, and now the VO is saying you don't need to show me the document. So the only thing you have at hand, the only instrument, the last instrument you have is your voice. So you now increase that voice. Hear me. Oh, since you said you don't need any documents, I was just trying to show you that this is a letter of release from my institution. So even if you don't be too that aggressive, actually, but you quote the VO. Oh, since you said you don't need any documents, I was trying to convince you, or I was trying to show you the document, but since you said you don't need a document, you've nailed the VO. It's not like I don't have the document to give you. You are the one that said you don't need the document. So you have to, good. Since you said you don't need any documents, I was just trying to show you, still emphasize on it. Prove kind of shy, stubborn, not like standing on your rights. Oh, since you said you don't need the documents, you don't want to see, you don't want to see any document. Now tell the VO the reason for that document. I was only trying to show you that there is a letter from my office that shows that I must be back immediately I'm done with my program because I am the head of the department. Even if you are not the head of the department, if you are a cleaner, sell yourself. Promote yourself at that point. So, because I'm the head of, some of you might be a teacher in one of the private institutions. Instead of saying private, instead of saying the name Alegongo that the or the VO doesn't even know it exists, rather coin your, coin your polish it. Oh, I'm a mathematics teacher in one of the private established secondary school here in Abuja or here in Lagos. But make sure that whatever you're saying is the same with what you feel on your DS-160. That's another point. So have I made myself clear that?
Yes, you have. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Sorry, my hand is up, sir.
Okay, who is that? I can see so many hands.
Innocent.
Okay, Innocent. Okay, sorry.
Yes, sir. Please, I had issues joining at the 1 p.m. hour Nigerian time, so I didn't get a lot of stuff. In fact, I missed about an hour. I want to find out if these will be the recorded version of
Yeah,
this.
it's a record version. We are live on YouTube, and at the same time, I'll try to ask for the permission to share this from the school. Yep. So it's recorded.
Please. Okay, please. Thank you very much, sir.
You're most welcome. Mr. Emmanuel.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have one question regarding employment.
Okay.
I'm going for PhD, but currently I'm not working.
Okay.
I used to work like during 2015 to 2017. I was working in one company, but after that employment, I've not got another one. Like, how can I defend myself?
Okay. Let me get this. When was the last time you stopped working? Let me put it that way. Or you're not employed?
2017.
2017. So since 2017 till now, you have not been working, right?
Yeah, sure. After 2017, I completed my bachelor. I continued to master's in India.
Okay.
So now I've completed my master's. So that I don't know how I can defend myself.
You finished your master's when?
This year.
This year. Please repeat what you just said. You said from 2017, what happened since 2017?
2015 to 2017, I was working.
Okay.
But after that, I just concentrated on my studies.
Okay.
After bachelor, I got a scholarship to come to India. I came to India to study my master's. Okay. And then I completed this year. That's when I got this admission from Carolina University. So how can I defend myself?
You just defended yourself. I wanted you to pick the reason why I said you should repeat yourself.
All right.
Yeah, you just defended yourself. In as much as you want to be truthful, you want to be honest with yourself, don't forget this. You have to polish it. You've just defended yourself, but you need to do a lot of kind of polish. You made mention a key word there. I have just been focusing on my words.
Studies.
My studies. That is it. And that is the best answer. So what do you do currently? Well, I'm self-employed. Boom. I'm an educational consultant. Anybody can be an educational consultant. That's a little polish. I was working with an organization which I stopped working in 2017. And since then, I've been focusing on my studies. I got a scholarship to study in India. And that's why I came to India. And I'm a career person. And immediately I'm done, I don't want to waste any time than to focus on my academics. And that is where I got my admission to Carolina University, to come to Carolina University for my postgraduates, for my PhD. I mean, now this is it. If you use PhD, might not be able to hear you very well. Emphasize more. That's why I got my admission to come for my PhD in Carolina University. I mean my doctorate degree. If it is master's, they always hear masters. If it is bachelor's, they always understand bachelor's.
So which one is good? To say doctorate or PhD? Which
You
one?
said it too. That's why I said I'm coming from my PhD program. I mean doctorate research or doctorate program. So we'll be able to know that, oh, you're not coming from the graduates, you're not because they have 2 PhD in the United States. I don't know about other country, but here one is pure research. The other one is both academic and okay, one is purely without research. That's EDD. Why the second one is with research. So that's why you need to use the word doctorate. It's more weight to use that. Any other question?
Thank you.
Adegoke, I can see you at number 5. You want to ask a question? I don't know if you're still online. I'm trying to look for you. So any other question? Mr. Emmanuel, you're still raising your hand. Do we have any other question? Let me, who is that? Let me reach this person. Okay. Do we have any other question? Mrs. Adiojo, do you have any question, ma'am? Okay. All right. So at the absence of no question, I think we can conclude this meeting for today. Is that correct? Do you all agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have any questions, any concern, you can reach me via my email or via the chat. Feel free to reach out to me or put a call through to me. I will easily answer you. Thank you very much for this time. And have a wonderful day. So see you guys next week. Same time.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hakeem.
It's always my pleasure. Anytime.
Thank you, Mr. Hakeem.
Atik. Oof. You're welcome, sir.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
we are still expecting your documents. We are expecting your documents. Atik, we're expecting your documents. We're expecting you to proceed. I know it's kind of challenging, but you wouldn't want to give up. And if this is your dream, I know we've been roughing all this right from day one. So you just have to give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. If you don't make a push, that is when you're going to let me use the word regret. So Sadiq, do you have any other question?
No, sir. No, sir. I just say thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you then. Thank you too. Thank you. Thank you too. So I'll be ending the meeting now. Thank you guys. Okay, what's that?
I have a message in your WhatsApp, on your WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll check everything. I'll respond to. Do you want me to attend to the WhatsApp? I'm supposed to even. Okay. Okay, yeah. I will check the mail to know if there's any news.
Okay.
Right. You're welcome. All right. Bye-bye.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yeah, previously I asked you about my address. Now I'm planning to have my interview in Rwanda, but on my admission letter, the address I have is Indian address. I don't know if I can use that.
Where are you currently?
Currently, I'm in India, but next week I'll go to Rwanda.
When is your visa interview?
23rd November.
And you will be at where?
I'll be in Kigali, Rwanda.
Rwanda. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, it doesn't matter.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter. They actually don't really look at that per se. There's what they call history. They are just going to look at your history. And even if you're at Indian, you can apply from India. The only thing is, if you are convinced, you yourself, I'm not talking about the view, that you are eligible to stay in Indian, or let's say maybe you just finish your master's and you are planning to proceed for your PhD, and you have the time. So you can stay in Rwanda, except the video says go back to your country and apply from there.
Yeah, I was planning to do the same thing, but my visa in India is about to expire. That's why.
Okay. So that's why you moved to. So it's fine. You'll be good. You'll be good. Don't forget, be prayerful.
Sure.
Be prayerful. Prayers, everything goes fine with it.
Yeah, I trust.
It's not about you knowing how to say it more, how to say it best. You might even be lucky. You can just look at, so tell me, who's sponsoring you? By the time you tell the viewer who's sponsoring, all right, congratulations. How do you want your visa? I pray for everybody like that too.
Amen.
Oh, amen.
All right. So permission to leave.
Granted.
All right.